Well, from 1838 to 1841, the weather pattern here is very similar to the 1930s. It was hot, it was dry, we had some fairly mild winters, and all those summers had a lot of 90s and a lot of 100s. And the corn crop and yield cut more than 50% looking at some of the old writings from that time period. Now, this is a reconstruction based on tree rings and weather record data, if you will, albeit primitive, from that growing season. And notice the red here, that indicates an extreme drought in our area. That's our viewing area. This is where all the drought was, pretty much from Minnesota down to Georgia, with the core of it right in the Ohio Valley, whereas it was very wet to the west. We had a very abundant monsoon season. There's a lot of rain during that summer off to the west, and this study done by Cook and Dow back in 1998 and 99 with that reconstruction. But tonight, no rain to speak of for the frenzy. It's going to be pretty pleasant, and boy, I tell you what, you really won't need a jacket. You won't need shorts either. It's going to be just right at 73 at 8, 70 at 9, and by 10 o'clock, 68 degrees, just a hair below normal, 60 by 3 a.m., but it is going to heat up. In fact, by the weekend, warming up a little bit into the mid-80s, and then all out hot and humid next week. We may have another heat wave on the way with a couple scattered storms Tuesday, Wednesday, and the warmer than normal weather hanging on right up to the end of August. But the upper ridge is building. Off to the west, we've got temperatures near 100 degrees way up here in the northern Rockies, parts of southern Canada, and that will make a beeline eastward with time. It's not going to be 100 here, but the 90s will return. Tonight, though, about 55 to 60 for the low, from 58 Lafayette, 57 Frankfort to 55 at Winamac. To start the weekend, looks good. Sunshine, a few clouds tomorrow. 84 Thorntown, Frankfort, Lafayette, 83 Remington, around 81 at Rochester. Tomorrow night, upper 50s to low 60s. Pretty nice night. 61 Lafayette, around 60 at Frankfort. And then we're generally low to mid 80s on Sunday, from 85 at Lafayette and Attica to 83 degrees at Burlington, Camden, as well as Flora. Just a few clouds tonight, and by early tomorrow morning, there'll be a few clouds around. Even through tomorrow afternoon, few clouds, no rain expected. They kind of clear out some tomorrow night. This could be a few patches of fog that develop during the overnight that burns away, and by Sunday afternoon, notice not much going on, just a few scattered clouds and low humidity still. For the weekend, notice we're below that green line, so it's still going to be fairly comfortable, but once we get into next week, that dew point gets above the green line. That means it's going to be muggy and pretty oppressive as the tropical air moves in. So with an 88 Tuesday, it's probably going to feel like 95, and with 90 to about 92 later on next week, it's going to feel more like 98 to 100. With nothing more than a couple of storms Tuesday and Wednesday, this is going to be